All right, sup guys. So today I got a nice box in the mail. Wound up spending $70. So I think in the last one I said the most I'm willing to spend for a train car is about $10 before shipping and handling and stuff like that. $10 before shipping and handling. Well, at least I know you guys can hear me. You just go there. And I got a box of 10 cars. 10 cars for $70 with shipping and handling. Where? I also still have not cleaned up from the last video. There's still the snow stuff. I thought about vacuuming it. I didn't. Obviously, I didn't. But I buy a lot of my stuff on eBay just because it's a lot cheaper than buying from a retailer. Generally, anyway. Like Athearn ready to run cars, which, according to my sources, are old roundhouse kits. Well, you're spending about $20 to $30 for a car that I could still get on the market and make myself. And I don't have to feel bad if something bad happens. Well, the guy actually packaged it really nicely. Threw a chunk of styrofoam in. Which is probably good because I didn't cut through that part of the box though when I cut this. And I can't see, is this Athearn Blue Box? Yeah, it is. So I do have a box. There's one Athearn Blue Box. This is one of the stock cars. Looks just like it should. Oh, except what's in here? Are these Katie's? I'll put that back in the box with it here in a second. Oops. Hopefully they're Katie's. I hope they're Katie couplers. Nope. They're going to be horn hooks, which are still NMRA standard. They're my brake wheel, the horn hook, the trucks, and the clips that go on underneath. Another Athearn Blue Box. Okay, so I didn't own this box yet. And then here's a sealed from the factory, which is actually kind of cool to see. MP&M Tools and Supply Car, which tells me that that's got to be about a maintenance of way. Yeah, most of my cars, definitely since I'm looking at these, I am learning. Oh, here's the undecorated slotted car. I know you can't really see very well. That one I have plans for. But I like the undecorated ones because you can come up with weird and odd ideas. Ooh. Another Athearn. Recommended age group, 7 years and older, and you can build this car. 40-foot boxcar GT. That being said, I have a feeling some of these cars are going to wind up down at the club on a sell table. Not 100% sure. This is the old Roundhouse, and I've got several of these boxes that I've put together. 90% of my rolling stock is old Roundhouse. Has somebody actually... Okay, nobody started to put this together. This one's going to be an interesting one. It's a Santa Fe tank car. $50-foot Santa Fe tank car. Do I have a build date on it? New 8 of 74, which is the 8th month of 1974. That one I don't think we'll be doing a live stream on. Time to pull out the 6 cars. Okay, there are 10. Wanted to make sure he didn't send me any more or have to message him and ask why. There's a Rock Island, which I'm not huge into Rock Island, but I know a member that is. And who knows, maybe he'll want it weathered. Maybe I won't give it to him. It's a stock car, and I like stock cars. Southern Pacific wood slotted boxcar, I believe is what it's called. Yeah, it just says boxcar kit, but I'm pretty sure it's a wood slotted. No, that's not wood slotted. Maybe it's wood slotted. When you get to railroad terms, there's so many of them. Ew, this has a receipt. 512729. Old receipt. This one's a Southern Pacific caboose. That was new in the year 1937. That one I'll have to come up with a good idea for. But I will come up with an idea. That'll actually be my first kit caboose. Most of my stuff is old Tyco. For what that's worth. If I can open this box. Southern Pacific boxcar that was new in 5 of 48. It's a 40-footer. 40-foot boxcar by Santa Fe. Now for the last and final one. And I can put this wonderful box down. And it was a car that was new in 1946. It's another Southern Pacific Lines. So I think, what did I have for Roundhouse cars? I have this one. Because I could build this after. It wouldn't be very hard to build this after. You know what? We'll set that one right there because we might go back to it. It's on my right here, down in a box. I can do you. Maybe I should actually end this one and just do a live stream quick of building cars. There's what I needed. This is my tester's glue. Meant for plastic. It's almost like a plastic weld. It's really nice. I really like it. You guys get to see how long my hair actually is. Nobody normally gets to see how long my hair is because I've always got it tied up. So when I'm at work and I'm in a black shirt, and then I also try to put the ponytail behind my shirt. And this is a much more stretched out shirt. It's a very old shirt. Got holes in it here, there, and everywhere. But anyway, let's see here. My grandfather actually, before I moved out of their place, because I had to move in with them, we'll just move my keys onto the floor. And we'll put the mouse down here for the computer. Out of sight, out of mind. I do not have my screwdrivers set, but that's not a big deal. I think that was supposed to be part of a brake wheel that busted, or the mold wasn't great, which isn't a big deal because it's an old roundhouse kit. Like, I'm not going to be able to get a hold of roundhouse to get it fixed, which is not a big deal. Because it is not the end of the world. And actually, I'm going to message somebody quick because I think they'd like to see this. I should have done this ahead of time. All right, now that that's done, my apologies about the interruption. But I thought that that would help somebody, and if I know that something is going to help somebody, I will gladly do it. And I like to just dump all my parts in. And I like to use these little boxes as my actual holding pieces. So I'll put the screwdriver there. Throw that in the box. Okay. We've got our weight that goes in here, which probably will not meet NMRA standards, which is fine if you're going to run this kind of car at home. Not a big deal. If you're going to run it at a club, like I won't be with this one. So these weights, honestly, can go right where that one went, wherever it disappeared to. They can just go off and fly elsewhere. Now, technically, I should have had 2 of these plastic washers. And it goes right onto here. There's these pegs where the metal sits. You just slap it right there, and it holds it. Now, it doesn't always work that way. So you come in with your testers, plastic glue, which pretty much melts it. And this stuff almost smells like a rubbing, not a rubbing, but like a rubber cement. And then you would just glue right up top there. I just realized that I'm using a black car. And it's not the cleanest in my room. Or not cleanest, it's not the brightest. If you look, you can kind of probably see some black spots on that metal. That's because it's melting the plastic to reform it. Okay, I need these doors taken off because we'll put the doors on. It's another thing I like. When I have cars, now it's not prototypical. I know I'm bringing up prototypical. I've brought up prototypical a couple of times. Well, the reason is if you're going to be a serious modeler, if you're going to be a rivet counter, once again, I personally don't have issues with rivet counters. I know a rivet counter. I know a guy that owns a Shea. No, it's not a Shea, it's a Climax. Who, when he runs it at the club, he's part of the club I'm a part of. And he's part of a club elsewhere. When he runs at the other club where his Climax is, he runs it at the prototypical scale speed. So prototypical speed is 20 miles an hour. Okay, now you run it at scale speed. Scale speed at 20 miles an hour, I kid you not, is going like this. Not a big deal if you're running by yourself. At least as far as I'm concerned. Now, if you're in a group of people that are also trying to run trains, and I'm not trying to badmouth the guy, he's a great dude. I'm actually making deals with him on different stuff. But dude's a great guy. He's just a rivet counter and very particular in what he wants. And when they run at the club that he's also a part of, and he's there and he runs the Climax, everybody bunches up behind him. Oh, that plastic started to melt on my fingers. Yeah, I don't know how well you can see that black mark, but that's from, I probably should not have glued it before I knew that the doors were going to go in. Oh, well, you live some, you win some, you lose some. And it's going to be a car if I want to. I'm just going to honestly, because it's black, I'll paint it in the rust that we've seen before. And I'll put, actually, if I do that, I can keep the trucks off it. And I can cut the steps off it. We might just have a new project on the channel. Maybe that's how I get all of my projects done I gotta do. Make everything a video. My projects might be getting done. There's a locomotive I need to fix. And other stuff that I need to do. And right now I'm just trying to get the plastic flashing off. That way I can actually build the car the way it needs to be built. And I just have files. And that looks good enough for me. And then some of these, when I've gotten them, they have been bent. Now, I'm not out to blame the shipper. I'm not out to blame the guy that sold it to me and didn't know that this was bent or would be bent. It's just the nature of buying, 50-year-old cars potentially. I don't know when Roundhouse went out of business, but we'll say 50-year-old cars. It's just the nature, and things happen. And the last thing I did was in these pegs, I can show you on this one because it's sitting here. On that running board, or the running alley, or whatever it's called, you have pegs that go into these holes. And that's all that I glued in. And this one's going to need to be glued because, can you guys see? I know it's black. It bobs a bit. Come on. And it just doesn't want to glue where I want it to be glued. So what I do is I'll come in here. You can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm dabbing around in there, making that plastic mold. Now, normally under normal conditions, I don't do this when I have to work the next day. Because if you're in a non-ventilated area, it starts to smell really wonderful. At least I really like the scent of this stuff. The downside of that, breathing it in, you're going to start to feel kind of funny. Almost like you've had a few drinks. Well, the other side didn't want to stick. And once again, I've got that black stuff on my fingers. And that's just the plastic melting. Which, not the worst thing. There's a lot worse things. And it just came undone on the other side. Yep, it popped up. So, come over here, go like that, put some glue under that side. And then just hold it here. Or, I don't have any metal weight. Or you find something. Come on. Or you just hold it like this and you call it a great day. And we just wait, and we now play a waiting game. Not the worst thing in the world to do. Normally, I would be listening to music or playing a video game, or not playing a video game. I'd be listening to music or watching something on YouTube as I did this. But that's me. And I also don't have any weights, and I should get weights. I've got it balanced. I had it balanced. And everything should be glued relatively in place because it should not take very long. And then, I know some prototypical modelers, they don't like these. You can't really see it because I'm not working on a vibrant car. But they don't like, can I get it lined up? They don't like these because they stick out too far. Well, if it was prototypical, you'd be working with centimeters and your doors won't actually work. So they like the cars more like this, where it's just molded. I don't like that. I like to have a little bit of action with what I do. Now then, I need to remember it goes like this. And these molds were not the best. Oh yeah, we'll slide on. We'll slide on. Come on. Come on, I just had you. Do you really not want to stick on there? Oh, it's because you weren't actually on there. Note to self, next time I do this, do not do it with black car on YouTube. Come on. And I didn't get it under the running board, but that's fine. Because I'll just back it out. There we go. We'll have her now. Maybe not. There we go. And like, I could fix this door in any position I wanted, whether I wanted it partially open, whether I want it closed. But I like a nice closed door. Like I've said, though, I like to have the option to have more mobile stuff. That being said, maybe what I do is I go, okay, I've got it where I can do whatever I want. And I want to put an interior in. You know, a wood slotted floor or something that looks like it's wood slotted. Like a polystyrene. Oh, shoot. And I glued this in. Oh, I can undo that glue. I didn't know that I could undo that glue. Come on. Don't break on me. Yeah. You know how I said I should have tested it or looked at it before I put the glue in? Yeah, that's why. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Go in there. Because the track wasn't on right to get it stuck on. There we go. And then you could glue this, but I don't know why you would glue this. Actually, I do know. But I don't do that for the sole reason of, okay, now my car is leaning, going down the track, which I've had happen to me. You just pop this in here. And then, but I've had that happen to me where I had my car going down the track, and I didn't clean up the flash on this side, but that's not a big deal because I would just come through with a flat screwdriver and take it off. But now that I have files, I don't have to do that. But I had it where my car was leaning like this going down the track. When it should have been like that, it was like that. So what I did, well, what I was advised to do was to reweigh my cars, get the weight better. So, and that fixed it. So if you were going to do this to NMRA standards, and you can use Katie's, which I don't have any more of. I will soon be in the process of buying Katie's. And I'll be taking these off of this. You just line up your screw after you put the coupler box on. Take your nice little screwdriver. Okay, I see where the screw went. That's the fun part. You might lose a screw or two. Okay. But you line it up. I always back it out and then I go in as if I was changing a tire or something else, because I do not want to strip a screw out. I don't want to strip any of this out or have it launch back at me, which is always a fun experience. And I think that's one of the first ones I've had do that to me. All right. It also helps if you have the coupler box cover in the right orientation, like I did not have. Oh, it's because it's garbage spring. I can't wait till I get Katie whisker couplers. All right, we screw this on down. Oh, that's what's happening. This wasn't snapped in right. And you're not biting the way that you should be. But you are indeed the right screw. You should be at least... Nope, okay, that's my bad. Because I think I needed this one. If not, it doesn't matter because, like I said, you guys get the rough idea, I guess. Back out again. You are not a short enough screw to be doing this with, are you? Yeah, you just stripped that whole thing out. But that's fine. You guys saw the rough idea of how it's supposed to go. It's fine. Then you take your long screw after you've put your coupler box in and everything. And if you want to run NMAR standard cars, I believe plastic wheels are still NMRA standard. If you want a more smooth run, you want to be able to have cars that track better, that weigh more, and don't cause as much resistance, get rid of the plastic wheels. Metal wheels are so much better. And you want your wheels to move. One axle can have a lot of slop, the other one not so much. But that's the right amount of slop. But yeah. And then, I don't know if you guys can see, there's some flashing on there. So I come in. And just take Okay, if any of the guys were watching me at the club, they'd probably have something to say. But we're good. Ow. Right in the thumb, right into the finger. That's why you don't do that. You go just like that, and you get that little chunk off so that everything sits in smooth. Oh, this one doesn't have the brake rigging that I need to do myself. Maybe the Athearn car will. But there you be. That's how you do a roundhouse. Ow, ow, ow. Ooh. Moved my leg just right, and I got a knot in my leg. Oh, that was fun. Oh, I forgot the brake wheel. I'll make another more colorful car at some point down the road. Just not today. But yeah, I kind of like this car. As a car that's just going to sit like this, and I'm going to take the trucks off it because I can use these trucks in other more relevant or on better rolling stock that I actually want to see run compared to an undecorated car that I have no interest in until I've weathered and other stuff and I've painted it. We're done with this bad boy. Maybe I'll do a video of painting it. Let's see here. What would be a good? I know, I want to know. Hey, the Rock Island. And I know Johnny Cash sang a song about the Rock Island line. Do I remember how it goes? No. Would I be listening to it if I wasn't doing a live stream? Oh, yeah. None of the music I mention is mine for copyright reasons. Okay, I can save these trucks. I need the Athearn. Okay, so this is a little unique. Okay, so this is the clips. But there is nowhere to... Oh, yes, there is. Okay. So the way these work is you take this. You slap that in there. Got your horn hook. You come back with this. Is it just my room doesn't have crap for light? Yeah. I will do this in better light at some point. But you snap this on. And now that metal chunk is what we slapped on to that plastic, and it looked like that before. There's little grooves that catch in it. But I cannot use horn hooks because they are an inferior hook, or they're plastic. Plastic has critique points, and it fades, and it busts, and all around bad things. Am I missing a screw? I've got to be missing a screw. No, I'm not. It was under a clip. Now that I don't have any metal wheels, here is a very important statement. Okay. Ooh, I like this though. I could weather this. Can you guys tell? That's actually grooved. So if I wanted to, I could actually hit that with some wood paint to make it look worn. The Athearn Blue Box is already catching my eye as a little bit of a better model. Okay. I actually am going to put these clips on just so I have them when it's time to introduce Katie's to this, which will happen. Not today. Tomorrow's not looking good either, but maybe this coming month. Maybe sometime this month. Most likely sometime this month. Come on, line up with the pig. Yeah, there you go. There we go. We got that on. Now you notice how this keeps slopping? It's because it needs the screw from the truck that'll bore into that and keep it tied down or tight. Back out and then start with hand. And these will be getting nice metal wheels eventually. Not today, not tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, actually. No, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, because all of my wheels are down at the club. Are you the right size screw? Yeah. Doesn't help that I'm not using the right size screwdriver. Like an uneducated guy. Are you not lined up the way that you need to be? No, you are. Note to self, buy a handheld motorized screwdriver. See how it's not slopping now, but it's the truck that moves? As if to illustrate my point, this is going sideways. You can kind of see it. I need a better light. Yeah, that's just going to have a lot of slop in it. Oh, yeah, that's maxed down. All right. There you go. And then it's slapping this on down. You know, I probably could have fixed it by putting the truck on the other way. But I'm not experimenting with that again because last time I did it, it did not go well. Nothing broke, it just didn't go well. So there's that. And then this one has it so it's easier to get to the coupler. You just got to take a wheel off. I mean, you got to do the same with either of them, or you just take the truck off. That'll be all right for me. Okay, so we've got that done. Now then, where did our body for this one go? Where did I put it? Duh, it's right here sitting next to me. I'm blind. So what's nice is it's already got this running thing already molded into it. And it's got runners on both sides. Now I'm assuming that it goes just like this. See, and this is why I like these old cars. Like, they're simple. They're not hard to work on. They're not hard to put together. Except for when they are and they don't want to behave. And the door doesn't want to. I got one of them. Woo, there we go. Now just the push on the door. There we go. It's not very free moving. There you go. But it would get there, but it doesn't have to be free moving. All it has to do is look the part. There went that door. Oh, I did not feel good on the knee. I actually moved my chair back a little bit like that. And my joints have never been good. They have never liked me. But they definitely did not like that when I did that. From the hips down, my joints are garbage. Okay, I am putting the door on the right way, or trying to put it on the right way. Right? Yeah, the brace would be on the outside. Yeah, it would be. Was I putting it on upside down? Is that what my problem was with the other one? No, it's just not user-friendly. But it'll stay in place better than the roundhouse doors. Which is going to be nice. That first slide is always rough. That's what I'm learning. This is a car that was new. Oh, it's a UP Railroad. I'm either looking for a new or a rebuilt. RBLT. And I'm not seeing anything that fits that. But I like the old cars like this. Really, I do. And it makes me excited for Katie couplers. Was there any metal weight? No, there wasn't. Okay, so that means I need to get HO scale lead cattle. or maybe not lead, but something similar to lead. Oh, you got. Okay, so it clips into certain spots. Okay, so this needs to come out. Yeah, because you line up into that one. And then you'll line up right into that slot there. And why you're not clicking in, I don't know. But you should have. But it is what it is. It'll go down the track like that. It'll look. Yeah, you wouldn't even know if you didn't know. Maybe you would. But it's an easy fix. I just got to get a file in here, file back a little bit. All in all, and I'll have a decent running car. Add a little bit of weight, we'll be cooking with gas. Do I have the thin file that I need? Wait. Oh, I know where this was supposed to go. It was supposed to go under the underframe, in between. Yeah. Because it sits right in between here. I know what I did wrong. But all right, so we practically built an Athearn car, and we built a roundhouse car. And hi, Lego Timmy. How are you? I was getting ready to end, but if you want to see some more cars built, I'll gladly build more. I'm not doing too bad. Not too bad at all. But other than my nose is bugging me. But let's see here. I've got a funky roundhouse car that I could try and build. And I know I'm not fully completing all of these. Nor am I showing you guys the instructions. And I should probably be showing you guys the instructions for these. All right. In that case, I won't. But thank you for stopping in and saying hi. I gotta see when I get off work tomorrow. I do serving and I do expoing at the restaurant I'm at. And I expo tomorrow. I got done serving tonight. This is what the instructions look like. And then it gives you all part numbers. But we'll see what time I get off tomorrow. Did I put all the important? Okay, I did. So nothing got lost in that. But we'll see what time I get off tomorrow. I may try and do another live stream like this tomorrow. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.